Yeah. I know you punks don't like to track your macros. It's fine. I'll give you something to inject. That's what we're going to talk about today. Where you guys can slack off and still make some gains. You know what it is. Let's start the show. Yo, you know what it is. What up? Welcome to another episode of the Victory Talk podcast. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, the king of ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus, Unctimus Prime. And we got a lot we want to talk about today, man. This is gonna be the peptide episode. I got a guest. I'm gonna introduce him in a minute. But before we even get to the guest, who's going to tell you all about the peptides, all the stuff you can inject, your butt, arms, wherever, man. You can inject all over your body, man. You're going to be looking like all the stuff. Retta, all that shit. And but before we get into that, man, I'm not alone. I'm also here with the best podcast producer in the game, the homie Nima. What's going on?
Oh, super excited, man.
You know what up, man? You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, how's your family doing in Iran?
There's still zero internet connection. Like it's a full blackout, but I mean they should be fine.
Oh yeah, we're just man. Listen, hey man,
can't do anything at this point.
Damn. All right,
they better be good.
All right. Well, listen, they not. I would shout them out, but they not watching because ain't no internet. Damn. All right. Like that shit got dark.
Yeah,
she got dark for a minute. I mean to take the pod in that direction. I should have asked you that off air, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, keep Nima's family in your prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? Nima got out early before that shit happened. Yeah, he had that was one of his 3 wishes when he found the lamp. That was one of his 3 wishes. Come to America and work for me.
Yes, sir.
Right. It was just the best way to spend your 3 wishes. If you ever find a magic lamp,
I didn't need the 3rd one. Second one
like,
for Brandon Carter.
Yeah,
done.
Like my life's complete.
I freed
it's just greedy at that point. Yeah. We're also here. We also hear not just Nima. We also got Minovia. You know, DJ Chiquita Grande. She's gonna be manning the super chats, kicking anybody else who talk crazy, you know, and all your super chats, she's going to read them. So this is your chance, man. If you ever wanted a big titted Latina to acknowledge you or pay attention to what you say, leave a super chat. This is your chance. Some of these going to be your only chance. You're going to go the rest of your life without that. So you don't want to pass that up. All right. And we got, before we get into the episode, we got 2 sponsors. One is a ebook I wrote called the 7-Day AI Action Plan for Online Trainers. So it's going to show you how to launch your online training business using AI within 7 days. You can get started lickety split, even if you don't have any experience, even if you're just getting started, even if you're not certified. 7 days from now, you can have your first client, your first online training client, helping some fatty get in shape for summer. All right. Click the link in the description. You can download that for free, man. It's really good book. And next sponsor. So the second sponsor is Dot Repellent. Dot Repellent is the easy to apply spray to keep the hose away. See, once you guys been watching this podcast for any amount of time and you start building your body up, getting in great shape, start making some goddamn money, women will be attracted to you. Like you won't be out here trying to rizz up girls and brickle like the nerds with the Reddit bands running down on chicks. You don't have to do that, man. There's gonna be some chick with Ray bands trying to run down on you. Because if you got money and you in great shape, you Prince Charming. That's every girl's dream. That's the kind of, some girl is finger banging herself tonight to some dude like that, and it'll be you at some point. But when that happens, you gotta realize that not all girls are good girls. That's why me and Nima, we developed thought repellent. So we had some Iranian scientists developed this a while ago. Nima went back before the war started, and we want to have this out within 2 weeks. We would have it out now, right? So it's genetically engineered to only affect the DNA of stots, hoes, sluts, skanks, and skeezers, right? And hood rats. I can't forget about them. But regular women, they'll be like, oh, you just smell delicious, right? So only the good women can even have access to you once you're wearing this. Now, we had it developed in Iran because they had looser testing, looser regulations.
Almost no regulation.
Yeah. The human rights stuff there was too many casualties in the testing to do it in America. Way too many casualties. Anyway, it's ready to ship. We've been talking about it. The problem is now we got the Strait of Hormuz is closed. So we need enough super chats so we can hire a team of mercenaries to go through sneak into the Strait of Hormuz and then bring it out. All right. They're going to send on a mission. Like, if you ever seen the A-Team, like we're trying to put together our own A-Team. We got Rampage Jackson as Mr. T. Keanu Reeves and like two other white guys and like 3 or 4 other white guys, man, who are like badasses. And we trying to put them on a ship. We trying to pay them enough so they can go through the Strait of Hormuz, get the thought repellent, and bring it back. Because Trump didn't bomb those facilities yet. Yet. He told me he wasn't going. He told me last time I talked to him that he wasn't going to bomb the thought repellent facilities. He just said, whatever, we'll hit a few schools and shit, but we'll leave the thought repellent facility safe for now. So we're trying to get our own A-Team together. And as soon as, but we need your help. We need y'all to help fund it. All right. So all your super chats go towards us funding our own A-Team to go get the thought repellent through the Strait of Hormuz. All right. All your super chats go to that. If it's not, we don't have it 2 weeks from now, just know you didn't donate enough money. Super chat, and it's your fault. All right. Rampage wants his money. He's not gonna go there for free. Not this time. I owe him too many favors already. All right. Okay. Enough games. Enough games. All right, guys. A lot of you guys, every time I do anything, guys ask me about peptides. Man, what peptides you take? You take any peptides? What about Retta? What about fucking Ozempic? Or what about the other shit? So I said, you know what, man? I figure I'd bring on a peptide expert. My man, Dr. Russ. What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother?
Chilling, man.
Got the Gucci jacket today.
It's we're keeping it a little cold in here, man.
Yeah,
it's a little cool in here. It's a little cool.
I say when I feel good with the jacket on, it means it's cool.
It means it's good, man.
Normally I can't ever wear a jacket. I'm usually burning my ass up.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. That's because you a big guy.
Yeah, 250s.
Come on, man. It's not easy. All right. So guys, they always want to know about the peptides. Everybody's asking me about peptides all the time, consistently. Because they want to build muscle and or burn fat. Presumably, those are the most common use cases.
Yeah, obviously, most guys, they all want to build muscle and burn fat at the same time.
Yeah,
which only 1% of the world can really do that. That's these big pro bodybuilders. But like you said, a lot more people can do that now with the proper. Yeah, with the proper ingredients,
Okay, so
with the special sauce,
Talk to me. What exactly are peptides? From what I understand, they're chains of amino acids.
Yeah, so there's a short chain of amino acids. People think that really, like there's a lot of debate out there right now. How safe are they? Obviously, some of them are in stage 3 clinical trials, depending on what the product is. But yeah, I mean, my personal opinion, I've been in peptide game since 2014, before even people knew what peptides were, bro. I was taking GHRP2 and GHRP6. Then most people are like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
they don't even know what that is.
Yeah, everybody was taking pro hormones.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was taking pro hormones and then like started on the peptides. That was like the first ones that came out. It was like some of the GHRPs. and they would increase your appetite. But they found on some of those, they would increase your cortisol levels. So they weren't really the best for you.
Got to keep the cortisol low.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I was taking those back then. We started doing research on them. So I've been in the game for a while on those, man. Yeah. So it's like, I'm seeing this come like full circle now, and it's getting hitting mainstream. And it's crazy, dude. Everybody's gone fucking nuts over these peptides. It's not good either. I'll say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of some of it can be good, but a lot of it's bad, man. I mean, it's good that they're bringing it mainstream, but yeah, I mean, if we're going back to real quick on the what the peptides are.
Yeah.
They're that short chain of amino acids. We're getting ahead of ourselves. What people don't understand about them is they're not like steroids or anabolic steroids, where if you're taking testosterone, your body's going to stop making it naturally because your body goes, oh, hey, we're getting plenty from an outside source via injection or via, sublingual tablet. They got the testosterone tablets you can dissolve on your tongue now, all kind of different shit, creams, you name it. They're called RDTs, like rapid dissolved tablets. So peptides, no matter what source you're getting it from, if it's a patch, sublingual, capsule, or injection also, which is the most popular, most of those don't have that negative feedback loop. So what that means is when you inject them, all they're doing is they're signalers. They're telling whatever peptide organ system it's going to. For instance, like, let's say, probably one of the most popular ones, the testosterone you mentioned. Testosterone is huge for cutting stomach body fat, building muscle, boosting the metabolism. When you inject that, it's a growth hormone secretagogue. So what that's going to do is just stimulate natural production. So let's say you're optimized. We had your blood work done and your growth hormone levels were at 75%. Well, you can take the testosterone. We can get you to 100, but it's not going to go above 100. You're going to have that ceiling where you can't go any higher. If we took real growth hormone,
put it as high as you want.
You want to take 10 IUs of real growth hormone. Let's say 10 is your top level. Well, you can go to 100 if you want to. You know what I mean? And that's where with, things like testosterone, real growth hormone can have the negative side effects that people freak out about. Oh, enlarged organs, massive hands.
That's why I never wanted to take GH.
Bone growth. Yeah.
Because I heard it, like side effects make your fucking head big or your face big. You end up with Joe Rogan head, I
mean, I'll be honest, I've been taking growth hormone, like seriously good quality stuff for probably 4 or 5 years now. Okay. And I'm 39. So like mid 30s because mine started dropping. I took the peptides, but I was like, I want a little more on bodybuilding.
Turn it up.
You know what I mean? I want to stay leaner. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll take 4 or 5 IUs a day. No problem. And I mean, my hands are pretty big, but it's not something.
You don't look like a monster.
Yeah. Even some of the pro bodies, you see, they're obviously freaks. People don't want to look like that, but even them, their hands and their feet, it's not like people think where you've got some sort of disorder. You're like, holy shit, their head's twice the size. That's none of that. That's all fallacy, bro. That's not going to happen. You could take, I think there's a pro bodybuilder out there right now, that Slavic guy, those 2 dudes that are Russian. He was taking 100 IUs a day for I think it was like, I can't quote it. Remember, I just saw it on Instagram, like 6 to 8 weeks, something like that, like a cycle. He did 100 IUs or something like that. I mean, crazy. And again, he packed on a bunch of muscle. But like you said, it's been a couple months since he's done that. It's not like his hands are just magically growing. You know what I mean?
Okay, hold up. Let's say I want to get fucking shredded and I want to build muscle. Like summer's coming. I want to be in the fucking best shape of my goddamn life in summer, and what peptides should I take to do that?
So there's some different cycles or, protocols we could build. So for me, generally, I'm a hard gainer. It's easy for me to get shredded. It's harder for me to put size on. So I know everybody's going to go, oh, retatrutide. Let's take retatrutide.
Yeah, everybody loves
see these fucking skinny kids taking it. I'm like,
little fellas.
So actually, there is a reason for that, but they're taking it for the incorrect reasons. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, so someone who is like, harder to lose body fat, harder to get shredded, 100%. I would probably personally recommend retatrutide.
And that's just for shredding, right? That doesn't build muscle, right?
That's just going to shred you. But again, we're going to do more micro dosing on it. So that's just something that's going to just control the appetite. Because like for me, bro, I'll sit there and eat. Yeah. I'll wake up at 4 a.m, sit there and gorge if it's in the house, eat pancakes and Rice Krispie treats. So it's a good product for that because it does control your cravings more so.
What's the difference? Reta is similar to Ozempic, right?
So in my opinion, completely different drug.
Okay.
Complete opposite spectrums. Now, again, it is a GLP-1, but then it has a GLP-2 and a GLP-3. So it's a GLP-3 agonist. So, you're going to have what makes it so special is the glucagon. So, it's really, that's where people get it wrong on on the retatrutide. It's really a builder product.
Builder?
It literally regenerates.
You don't want to put the mic away from you. If anything, you want to close it.
It regenerates your body.
Okay.
I mean, it can help with kidney function, liver, mitochondria. So again, it's not just a fat loss product. It's actually
a health product.
Yeah, it's truly that's what I'm saying. It's truly a health product. They just marketed it as a weight loss product because it does suppress the appetite, it does boost the metabolism, and it does all the things.
Oh, so it's not just reducing
it's not just appetite. Like I said, like say a GLP-1. That's just an appetite suppression.
Appetite, right?
It cuts your appetite off. It creates basically it makes it where you don't digest your food.
Oh shit!
So that's why like you see the guys and there's huge lawsuits and stuff on certain companies, whatever, for some of these things. I don't really know too much about it, but yeah, I mean some of the GLP-1s they just suppress the appetite.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Okay, but Retta actually increases the amount of calories you burn at rest, like by boosting your
so it just boosts metabolism. Yep, it does suppress the appetite some, but what it does too is it makes you much more insulin sensitive. So any of the GLPs, they can make you much more insulin sensitive. So a guy like me as a bodybuilder, if I was to take that, if I don't take too much to suppress my appetite, I can actually eat more good, healthy foods and pack on muscle like you're wanting to do, all while cutting body fat. And also, too, it helps you with sleep, which is going to help you with recovery. So, so there's a lot more benefits to the GLPs than they put out. It's not just a weight loss drug.
So we're trying to get right for summer. We're starting with Retta. What else?
So, for me,
we're going all out, man.
All out. Okay.
Retta.
IGF-1.
IGF-1, that is a peptide, right?
Yeah, so all these are peptides. IGF-1 is a peptide. It's insulin-like growth factor 1 is what they call it. There's an LR3, which is a long version. It stays in your system longer. And then there's what we call a DES, which is very short, like minutes in and out of your system, kind of like a growth hormone spike. Okay. But both of those, either one are great. Those are going to pack on muscle, burn body fat like crazy. Because
they burn, so those will burn. That one will help you burn fat and build muscle.
It will, and then we couple that with like tesamorelin,
and then throw some tesamorelin.
Yep, gotta have the tesamorelin.
What does that do?
Tesamorelin, like we said earlier, it literally targets directly on the adipose tissue of the stomach.
Come on.
So it targets gut fat. So these guys like yourself, they got the spare tire around the waist.
They're looking crazy.
That's going to help them get that portion down. I take the tesamorelin a lot because I have sleep apnea. So as you know, sleep apnea creates insulin resistance.
Wait a minute, that's because you're so muscular.
And my neck isn't a huge circumference. I've been to the ENTs, they checked everything out. It's like I'm actually gonna get an implant soon. They put under my pec muscle.
Jesus.
And it's kind of like a pacemaker, but what it does is while I'm sleeping, all your neck muscles relax because it's not all skeletal muscle. Some of it's smooth. So it shocks the muscles in the neck all night. So it keeps your airway open.
Jesus Christ.
It keeps you don't feel it.
Listen, he's just gonna electrocute his neck a little bit as he sleeps. Get more rest. Sometimes you gotta electrocute your rest. But I know so many like bodybuilders who have sleep apnea.
Yeah, and they're all wearing CPAP. So the CPAP pushes air into the nasal cavity, into the throat, whichever system you have, and it keeps the airway open so you don't stop breathing.
Is that just because you guys got too much muscle?
Some of it's that, some of it's hereditary. I mean, there's small Asian guys weigh 150 pounds that have sleep apnea.
Okay.
It depends on the setup of your nasal cavity and your throat and different things that we could talk about all day. That's more ENT realm. Yeah, but
a lot of guys who are over 250. How much you weigh? You said?
Like I said, I'm about 250.
Yeah, a lot of guys in that 250 range. 100%. They got sleep apnea. That's something to notice.
100%, because you got to think the more you weigh, the more pressure you have on your chest, your heart, your lungs. And then obviously, too, like you said, even if your neck muscle grows, it's not like your airway's enlarging to support the rest of the body. Just like, for instance, that's why a lot of these pro bodybuilders, they take insulin. They're not diabetic, but you got to think your body your pancreas isn't going to grow and make more insulin. It can only produce so much. So even if you're lean at a 300-pound bodybuilder, you've got to add insulin into your protocol because your body can't produce enough to put that into all the tissues because you have much tissue. That's what we understand. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to get too much on sleep apnea. Okay. So we just stack so far.
Yeah.
Retta.
You could do like you could do a Retta. We throw in the tesamorelin, like an IGF-1.
What else? Is there anything else we can throw on to this magical stack?
100%. I like Samorelin for the sleep. Samorelin is one of the, a little bit older, tried and true growth hormone secretagogue peptides. It does increase the appetite a little bit, so that's one reason I like it. But for more For me, more so sleep. I love it. It makes me sleep really well. I take that one a night before bed. The CJC ipamorelin blend is good to do, but it increases my heart rate. A lot of people get the flush feeling and the niacin, so they don't want to take that one before bed because it kind of increases your heart rate.
Yeah,
That's more of a morning
intense,
one. So the Samorelin at night is really good for sleep. So like you said, we would, let's say you were in the clinic, we'd build you a specific protocol with the doctors, go, hey, take these at this time, this time, this time. So like I said, IGF-1, probably right after your workout.
Yeah.
Testosterone before. You could do your Retta, whatever, once a week, or you could microdose it daily.
Once a week or daily?
Or the Retta once a week. Testosterone would be pretty much, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Before the gym, you could do the IGF after, Samorelin before bed, CJC in the morning. A stack like that right there alone would you'd yield some pretty good results. Now, again, here's my personal opinion, though.
Yeah.
For the money, just being honest with you, taking real growth hormone,
you might as well just take the real shit at that point.
Exactly. So it just depends on really what you want to do. Now, again, not necessarily because I do both, and they do have different benefits.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, just bodybuilding purely, getting big and sleeping good. I mean, yeah, you could just get away with just doing growth hormone at higher amounts. But here's a problem. Kind of like testosterone. You're going to suppress your natural level. If you quit taking the growth hormone, your growth hormone naturally it's shit. Now it's in the basement. So you're going to need the peptides to bring it back up because it actually will turn everything back on and raise it up because you're going to suppress your pineal gland in your brain and your pituitary and things like that. Excuse me, your pituitary gland, because that's where your growth hormones produce. You're going to suppress that and it's going to turn it off. Just like with testosterone, because, hey, we're getting plenty of growth hormone throughout the day. Stop making it.
So the advantage of taking the peptides is that you don't shut down any no negative feedback loop.
Exactly. There's no negative feedback loop, which just means you're not shutting your natural production down. So anytime you stop taking them, you're going to stay up for a while. You might come down a little bit, but you're always going to continue to, stay pretty high compared to where you were if it was low.
How much would it cost for that? How much would that 4-stack cost typically?
So it just depends. Like I said, if you're buying your shit
from like a legit person,
yeah,
I'm taking a legit person. I'm not talking about like some guy,
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
With medical oversight,
you're
looking at about $300 a month per peptide, roughly.
Per peptide. Oh, per peptide. So it's like $1,200
per month.
$1,200 a month.
So we're talking, if you
some
wanted,
of y'all's rent.
Yeah. So if you wanted like, the stack of those 4, you're gonna be about $1,200 a month, something like that.
But you'll get fucking shredded.
Yeah, you're gonna get lean. You're gonna feel good. Your skin's gonna look good because all those are gonna produce a ton of collagen. Hair, skin, and nails. Yeah, we don't have any hair, but it's gonna definitely make the hair grow, boost tons of collagen production. So, like I said, your sleep's gonna get tremendously better than it was. So you're gonna get more REM sleep, so recovery, so anti-aging. So, like I said, the peptides aren't just obviously for performance.
Yeah,
that's what these guys don't understand. Everyone is buying all these peptides more so performance. Now, again, other than if you're talking about like clavicular and some of these guys that are looks maxing, they've done a little more research and they're taking the GHKs and the BPCs because those are the more, looks maxing. What is BPC? Beautifying.
I know GHK is supposed to be for your skin and nails and shit, but
so BPC 157 combined with the TB500, originally the basic studies were say, hey, this is for ligaments and tendon tears, rotator cuff. It'll heal up cuts and wounds. The more recent studies helps with cortisol damage, gut damage, a lot more. Now they're going into it's preventative for heart attacks. It can actually help with blood pressure because it's reducing the inflammation, and it'll reduce inflammation inside the blood vessel walls and arteries and things like that. So again, they're having a lot more studies on it now, how it's affecting people with high cholesterol and heart attacks. So it can kind of actually prevent those things, which is pretty awesome.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, I take it every day, never stop taking it.
Just on some health shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a huge, that's why they call that one the Wolverine stack. Literally, the BBC TB, it's Wolverine stack. You can take that alone and literally you're supposed to live forever. It helps you do everything. It's kind of one of those like, hey, if I had to pick one damn peptide, I'm getting BPC TB, take that the rest of my life, and you're going to be as healthy as humanly possible. So it's a pretty damn good peptide, bro. I've been taking that one since 2014 with the Samorelin. Those two are definitely tried and trues all day long. Like if it's someone starting out and you guys have never taken peptides, my personal opinion, if you start out with even the Samorelin and a BPC, just those two are going to change your life. You're going to feel pretty good on those.
Well, the Samorelin does what again? I know you put it in our muscle stack.
So the Samorelin is, like you said, on a general level, it's going to help you with sleep. It's going to produce a lot of collagen, so hair, skin, and nail health. It's going to burn some body fat. It can obviously help you build a little bit of muscle because you're increasing growth hormone, which is going to allow you to break down your protein and amino acids and turn that in and convert it into more muscle tissue quicker than someone who didn't have it. So a lot of different benefits for those.
Okay. Now that was performance stuff and some health stuff. What if I want to get more done? Like what is it
For what?
for work? Like instead of
Focus.
Focus.
I mean, there's a lot of new ones coming out now.
Yeah.
I'm on one right now. We were testing it before we put it into the clinics. It's called Dihexa. So far, Semax and Solank, you hear everybody talking about those. All these young influencers are pushing those because they help you with focus. They help with, cognitive abilities. They're showing some studies talking about like dementia, things like that. So the Dihexa is very similar to that, but it's a capsule. You can get an injection, but I'm doing the capsule version. Dude, I'm telling you. Dihexa so far for me, even capsulated, real deal. I am absorbing it. I'm using it. I can tell a massive difference in my word recall, my cognitive ability. I'm just mentally sharp and just honed in. So just those things alone so far are pretty awesome. And I'm doing like a low dose. I'm just doing, I think 10 milligrams twice a day. I started with 10 milligrams once a day for the first 2-3 weeks. I'm on like week 4. So again, I'm not even done with the cycle yet. I'm going to do like about 8-10 weeks of it so I can get a real good feel. Yeah. And then I'm going to take it out for about a month and see if I get any decline, see how I feel. Because I'm keeping all my other parameters the same. Like my diet's about the same. My other summit protocols the same. Peptides, I'm not changing anything else. I'm going to keep everything pretty consistent, just adding that one in just to see how I feel. And again, obviously that's not like research, but for me, it still tells me a lot about how it works.
How safe are these compounds?
So, that's a loaded question. You know what I mean? Me personally, I've been taking them for over 10 years. Yeah. No, actually 12 years now. I mean, dude, I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I personally think now here's the kind of caveat, silver lining, whatever you want to call it. So just like anything else, you get underground sources, black market, gray market, greenlit API. There's different wordings for the different types of peptides. Are you getting research use? Are you getting a physician or professional use only? Are you getting it directly from the compounding pharmacy? So there's different sources that yield different results. I'll give you guys a couple things to look out for. So for me personally, any website, I mean, most of the research use only, you want to stay away from online. But there are a few sources, I'm not going to name them here, that you can potentially trust, but you got to know what you're looking for. Yeah. And I know most of the regular people out there, they're not going to know what they're looking for. They're just buying off whatever. Anything online, in my opinion, says 99% purity, and they're claiming that on every fucking batch, everything they put it right there at the front. When you click the website, 99% purity, that's trash. I mean, I have my own pharmacy. We do the testing on these things. We use Vanguard. They're a pretty amazing company on the testing. And yeah, I mean, honestly, most of the time we'll get anywhere from 96. We can get up to 99%, 99.2, 99.3, but 99.9% on everything and shit like that on every batch. It's not that consistent. It's never going to be. I mean, but you got to think 96% pure is pretty pure. 97, 96 to 98, like there's acceptable ranges by the FDA, things like that. But in my opinion, it's just when you put 99% pure on everything, it's kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. But you got to look for your COAs, certificates of authentication. A lot of guys out there nowadays, they're faking these. They're creating fake companies or using these companies that are kind of just like, they're third-party testing companies, but how good are they? Are they faking reports? What are they doing? So you got to kind of do a little research on that for yourself. For me personally, I don't put anything in my body unless on top of the COA, I get endotoxin reports. I want to make sure there's no toxins in it, no bacteria, bad bacteria. Heavy metal testing. That's the big one. You don't want to be injecting heavy metals in your body because here's the thing. That's going to be kind of like a silent killer. You're not going to know. You're going to sit here and take, say, Brandon, you take the Samorlin for BPC combo for the next 2 years. Yeah. 5 days a week. And you're getting some black market, backdoor source, and there's heavy metals. You won't know until that heavy metal threshold gets pretty high. You'll go to the doctor one day. Unless you do a heavy metal test, you're not going to know how much, but you're going to get a test done. Your kidneys are going to start failing, or you're going to have issues with, your liver and kidneys and different things. They're going to be signs, obviously. You're not going to feel good. So it's like, you can get into that realm of, it's not, people say, oh, well, I'll just go get them for $100. This was $100 over here. Yours is $299. I'm like, you go do that. You put that in your body. It's like, bro, I go get a haircut. Just my beard in Miami is $50 to trim this shit up every week. You know what I mean? I need to go get one done. Yeah. But the point is, like, if my beard is $50 to get trimmed in Miami, and you want to put something that's $50 to $80 and you're injecting it with a needle into your body, in my opinion, that's just not smart. If it's that cheap, you can guarantee you.
Sometimes you get what you pay for.
You get exactly. You get what you pay for. So so COAs, HPLAs, your endotoxin test, your heavy metals, you need to have all those things in line and ask for those and get legitimate sources. Do the research. If you got to do an LLC lookup, look it up. You know what I mean? Like Vanguard or some of these, AccuMark. There's another one. There's third-party testing companies. Like with ours, it has the phone number on there. It has the address, the email, the guy who signed off on who signed it when they tested it. Like some guys will fake that stuff, but you can call the companies. You can look up their company, make sure it's a registered company in that state they say it is. Like, do your research, guys, before you just start injecting shit. You know what I mean?
Guys, if you want to holler at him about some peptides or any other stuff, we put his information in Dr. Russ's information in the description.
Yep.
Let me ask you. Okay, so I've experimented with some peptides, and
we all have.
And
I was doing the black market shit. I was doing the black market shit when I was like 16, 17 because no one even knew what it was.
My experience is a little different, right? I know everyone I know the people I got them for is reputable, and I either noticed nothing or like a weird side effect.
Right.
Like it was either like a weird side effect. And
I remember when you were taking, I think you were taking
GHK.
Yeah, you were taking one, and obviously GHK is a beauty. Yeah. It helps clean the skin, blemishes.
That shit broke me out.
It made you
crazy.
Now, like you said, I think with you, it was everything was deep and it was pulling it to the surface, but it made you worse. Yeah. You had a negative reaction. You had like a purge. Yeah,
that was the only one that was like negative. The other ones, it was nothing. And my hypothesis, and you can tell me what it is, my hypothesis, I'm so dialed in with my diet and my training. Like, you know me, I keep a scale with me. I track everything I eat. I track everything I eat. I track it with MyFitnessPal. I weigh it, everything. I take a scale with me to restaurants. I track how much water I drink a day, 2 gallons a day. My friends who aren't dialed in, they seem to get a lot more benefits from peptides, where I notice kind of nothing.
Exactly.
Is that what is it?
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, like I said, you can look at you look super young. Mm-hmm. You take care of yourself. Everything you do is like 100%. There's no margin of error in what you do, which hardly anybody's like even right. You know what I mean? I'm pretty honed in, and I'm not even as I'm not even as crazy as you taking my scale around everywhere. Yeah, and it's like, so yeah, I mean, when you're keto too, you're just doing fruits.
It's true, yeah.
You're not doing a lot of toxins in your body. Yeah. You're doing all organic, clean, like red meats and shit like you do. Bro, yeah, your testosterone naturally is off the charts, probably 1,000 or higher.
I mean, it was until I got into my late 30s because I'm on TRT now.
Yeah, but that's like I said, that's normal because of your age. After 25, no matter what, even if you're healthy, you're going to slowly see a little bit of a decline because everyone's mitochondria is not going to function as well. Metabolism can slow down, but you can keep it really, really good. Yeah. So, I mean, you can tell internally we know you're healthy because you haven't aged on the outside at all.
My blood work is
exactly
perfect.
Oh, your shit's perfect. It's impeccable. Exactly. So that's why. So because all your markers are already at 100%, everything's very optimum other than your testosterone, and now you're on TRT. The peptides, because they just take you from, let's say you're suboptimal, 100% here, and you're at 50, 60, 70, it's going to bring you to that 100. You're already here, so it's like you're injecting it, but there's nowhere else to go. So for you to really get super shredded, or like you said, put on some size you want to do, you'd have to just up your testosterone dose, and you'd have to take some real growth hormone,
some real shit,
to really boost and pack the muscle on. And then we have some guys that do that, and what they'll do after is just they'll follow up with a cycle of the peptides to re-stimulate the natural, just to make sure it doesn't get any less efficient. So you stay in that realm of you're good to go. Your blood work looks perfect. So there's different ways to do that too. Yeah, that
makes a lot of sense. So basically, what you're saying is peptides, they don't make you like supernatural. They optimize what you would be natural.
They're optimizing. What I tell people is like, look, they're optimizing you back to like when you were 25 years old. Everything's at its peak. Yeah. You know what I mean? You could go out, stay out all night long, go party, drink, do a bunch of drugs, and then just not even go to sleep, go hit the gym and keep going all day long. And you're like you never missed a beat. At 25, you can do that because all your hormones are optimum, everything's
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, it's like that.
So
You know?
so what do you think about the kids taking this stuff, like younger guys? Like, is it really helping them if it just makes them regular, or is it helping them because they're not dialed in on the other shit? They out drinking, they out doing other shit.
And that's really more what it is for me. I think it's a lot of these normal guys. They're not bodybuilders. They're not taking care of their health. They're eating, they're drinking soft drinks and all that shit. They're not unhealthy like how they look. They're just kind of normal, average, everyday people. They get benefits because then they get on the peptides. They go in the gym and start working out, and they'll see gains. But there's definitely going to be a plateau point when they get to where me and you are, where you're like, okay, everything's pretty optimum. I hit that threshold, The same thing with me. Yeah. I use the peptides now more so for not muscle gaining or fat burning. I use them more for, like I said, anti-aging. You know what I mean? I'm taking GHK, Epithalon to literally lengthen my telomeres, which literally makes you live longer. Because telomeres, you can go get a telomere test, and it's kind of like part of your DNA. It'll tell you your lifespan.
How long you got to live?
Yeah. So you can take Epithalon and it literally lengthens your telomeres. It will actually increase your lifespan. So we have a combo that we use. It's GHK, Epithalon, and MOT-C. So the MOT-C is like a mini GLP. So it increases insulin sensitivity, helps with appetite suppression. But the big thing it does is it produces new mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell that runs everything that keeps you from aging. It literally kills all the old ones off that aren't efficient and makes all new powerhouses of cells, so you can make more ATP production, more energy. So a lot of guys, they'll start MOT-C and they'll feel worse.
Oh, really?
Because they don't understand that you got to have the glycogen too to run the system. And they're like, oh, I'm going to take MOT-C, I'm going to lose some weight. And they're on a really calorie restrictive diet and they feel like shit. I'm like, yeah, bro, because you don't understand the chemistry of these peptides and how they work. And you're doing them off some chat GPT bullshit. Right. And you have no idea. That's why you need to have medical guidance with these peptides.
Medical super.
Yeah. I feel like that's where it's kind of gotten out of control. Everybody and their mother's taking some peptides, and half of them are research use, half of them have all these heavy metals in them, endotoxins, whatever, and they don't even know. It's not going to hit them till later, but I guarantee you're going to see a spike in some issues with some
because people are taking like this gray market stuff.
Yeah, they're taking this gray market, black market shit that's not tested properly.
Okay, to get back to what I was saying, it almost sounds like, as far as the performance gains are concerned, it almost sounds like it's going to work best for people who don't have their shit dialed in. If someone's dialed in, like I just didn't notice anything.
No, right? Like I said, if you did, your blood work's pretty good. But like, let's say the IGF. I think the IGF would work for you.
I didn't know that I did it.
How long did you take it?
Man, I don't.
Some of the peptides for you,
it was at least a month. Maybe,
that's what I'm saying.
It was 2 months. It was 2 months.
So that's let's run over that real quick. So I see what you're saying for sure. These peptides, again, they're not like anabolics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You take TRT, bro, 4 weeks in, you're feeling like superhuman.
Yeah.
But again, it's an exogenous source. It's bioactive. As soon as you inject it, it's going and hitting the receptors.
It's going to work.
And it's creating a result.
Yeah.
The peptides get broken down in the body. They're the amino acids. Then they start to work. They take a much longer to see the benefit because, like you said, let's say your testosterone was 400. It's in an acceptable range, but you take a full CT like the doctor recommends, bro, you're at 2,000 the next week, like Superman. The peptides don't work that way. Like I said, let's say 2,000's up here. Peptides are only going to bring you to here.
Only bring you there.
But if you stay here at that maximum level for a period of time, you will get the benefits. So I do tell people too, they're not like testosterone, TRT. You're not going to be superhuman right away. But if you do, I tell people in our clinic, 3 to 6 month stack, you're going to see big benefits. You are going to get the change, but you just didn't give enough time.
Oh, at least with that one. But then I took Testosterone for like 6 months, and I noticed nothing.
Didn't notice that one.
But one of my boys, he's not like really dialed.
You're already shredded too, though, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like that's not one. I would never recommend Testosterone for you, really, because you're already so damn lean, bro. There's no fat to lose. You know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. One of my boys,
and you're keto,
Yeah.
So
I got because one of my boys, man, he was he's not dialed in and he wasn't that lean. He took Testosterone and he said it helped shred him up.
Yeah. So, I think for you, something like a BPC 157 TB blend supplemented with probably the Samorlin, and then like a CJC Ipamorelin, more so those are the anti-aging, but they're going to definitely increase appetite. So you'll want to eat a little more. You're going to see the muscle gains and fat loss from those because they're more suited to your body and your lifestyle too. That's what I'm saying. There's also like, empirical and like research studies, and then there's real world application to peptides too. Like the scientists will tell you it does this shit all day long, but then when it comes to application and what it'll do in the body, he might recommend something to you, and I would say something totally different because of experience and how many patients we've treated in actual office and seen their transformations and what works and what doesn't. You know what I mean? So that comes into play too. So it's real world versus scientific data. Got it.
Yeah, I never had a problem burning fat. So maybe testosterone just wasn't the right.
That's the same, bro. Yeah, you already burn fat so easy.
Yeah.
Somebody like me who's a hard gainer, I get skinny, but I was never lean. When I was skinny, I wasn't even lean. So the testosterone, I can see it. I'll take it for 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm like, damn, my stomach is tightening up. I can feel it tightening up, like see it quick. So for you, I think it was a wrong choice of a product.
Yeah, because I can get shredded. It seems easy for me. It's just math. It's like keep my calories low, fucking hit the cardio.
Exactly. You just hit the spin bike and take a few berries out, and you're getting shredded in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are peptides better for younger people, or are they better for older people, or it doesn't matter? Like, should young people be taking it? The guys in their 20s?
I think certain ones, in my personal opinion. Yeah. Okay. So like for instance, if you got acne, you got inflammation in your body. I mean, products like, GHK, BPC, some of those, in my opinion,
those can help with acne.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, because, a lot of time too, when your body's inflamed, you can have even, outwardly expression, acne, things like that can be from, toxins in the body. It's going to help detoxify the body to an extent too. So, just any of the more so anti-aging peptides, I think for the younger people is smarter. Now, like you said, really, they can be for anybody. You just need to get your blood work done to know what you really need. That's the thing. You got all these guys, like you said, bro, they're just buying shit online and just taking it. I'm like,
take the red of the testosterone.
It's like you didn't really know, and you just, you tried that and you tried this.
A doctor gave me my this is the same people I get my TRT from. They looked at they gave me.
Well, we won't shit on them, but we'll just say they maybe they
and it was expensive. I was like, Jesus,
they weren't as locked in as we are. You know what I mean? Because that wouldn't have been what I gave.
Choice.
For sure. So but again, that's the thing. Everyone's different. You know what I mean? It's empirical and scientific data versus like real world results. That's why, like, for me, guys love coming to our clinic because we have female NPs that are beautiful, that love to sit down with the women that the women relate with. And you got guys like me that are a little bit more on the bodybuilder fitness side, that have muscle, that have real world applications to help you build muscle and burn body fat. And then you got your regular, guys in there that, like I said, they just come in and they're the older guys. They just, man, I'm fat. I just want to lose weight and, have sex with my wife again. I can't get it up, So it's like those guys, anyone can treat those. But when you get into the more specifics and guys like you that are already so locked in, the regular doctors, even at wellness clinics, they don't know where to go with you because they've never experienced that.
Don't come in like
that's what I'm saying. If they don't look like you, how are they going to treat you? You know what I mean? They've never experienced it. They don't know the data is not going to tell them that. You know what I mean?
It makes a lot of sense.
That's like saying, I can drive a race car, man. Sure, 1,000 horsepower. Okay, well, NASCAR, what kind? You know what I mean? Like, you have 1,000 horsepower car you drive on the street. That's not like getting on the track. Your Lamborghini might be 1,000 horsepower, and you might drive it on the street in a straight line. But if I put you on a track, I promise you're gonna last 2 minutes. You're probably gonna crash. It's a different application. You know what I mean?
Got it.
So it's the same thing. Yeah.
All right, listen, we're gonna take a break. We got to do the market update. We're gonna my man Young Candlestick come in and talk about the stock market. Tells we can make some money in it. We're gonna do the market update, then we're gonna come right back. All right.
Awesome.
Yo, what's going on? This is your market update. I am your man, Big Brennan Carter, King Keto, and I'm here with he's back. I'm here with Young Candlestick, Gregory, man, certified market technician, CMC Series 65 holder. What up? What up, player?
There's a lot going on in the market. We've got a short squeeze, and we also have a special guest. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Okay.
All right.
So basically, the market had its biggest day since May. last year. Market went through a short squeeze. And basically what had happened was Iran
Even
was like,
Bitcoin made some gains today.
oh yeah, there's a
Even
lot
Bitcoin.
of gains in the market right now. In fact, the S&P 500 squeezed so hard, call options were mispriced. If you put in $60 into a call option, $60 turned into $4,000. $60 into 4,000, that's an 8,800% gain in just 3 hours. So basically what's happening is there's a lot of people betting against the market. That's short sellers. Then you get a little bit of buying activity. Then those short sellers, they have to stop out. They have to buy to close the position. And so it adds fuel to the fire. And then you also have another dimension with options. When you like sell a call, the market maker has to buy that call from you. And to do that, they have to offset their risk from selling you that call. So basically, the more people that buy call options in the market, the more the market can squeeze in a more vertical like fashion. Okay. So the big question is was that the bottom? You know, it's tricky to say because there's still a lot of headwinds. The war isn't over. We still potentially have stagnation.
The war ain't over.
But in terms of the chart, we have what's called a bullish kicking reversal pattern. That's where yesterday we closed near the lows. Today we gap up, close near the highs. As long as the market is above yesterday's low, there is a small chance that it's a bottom. I'm not going to call it, but I'm just saying be open-minded to it. Okay. Be open-minded to it. And it's also on volume. There's a lot of volume transacted today. Okay. So basically the market can bottom if crude oil prices can top out. So as long as the crude oil doesn't keep spiking higher, it's tough to say whether that's going to be the case. One down day doesn't start a new trend, but it can start a new trend. So that's the key. Gold is bouncing off that key support. I do like gold for the long term. I just don't think it goes on the same run that it had last year. Gold was the main trade of the year last year.
When we started talking about buying gold last year, anybody who traded that, who jumped on that gold trade with us is sitting pretty.
Oh yeah. You'll be up like 50, 100%, 150%, depending on your entry, you know, and the beginning of this year, quarter one is in the books. At the beginning of the year, I said, I think we see a bearish quarter one. Okay?
Oh, this is the last day of Q1, right? Yeah.
Yep. Today's the last day of Q1. So Q2 starts up tomorrow.
You said, what did you say? You said the Q1 is going to be bearish.
Yep.
How much did we drop in this quarter? Let's see.
From the highs, the market dropped almost 10%.
Yeah.
9.5%. So, you know, it finished the quarter down about like 4 to 5%. It depends on where you're measuring.
Hey man, your prediction was right.
Yeah, it just took a little bit of time because the market did go sideways for months. And then it just did all of its dump in March. I also said that copper was one of my favorite bull trades. Copper's just flat. It didn't really go up too much, didn't really go down too much. But XLE was the number one.
That was our big, at the end of last year, we all, if y'all was fucking with us, we said, XLE, that's the trade of the year.
That's the trade of the year.
And how much has it been up this year?
42%.
Just 42% gains in 3 months, man.
Yeah.
You know, just
the year is still young. If XLE could ever get oversold on the daily, so if the RSI gets underneath 30 on the daily, that's a buy into the end of the year. Okay. That's not financial advice. That's just what I'm doing. Okay. Some other sectors that are also in rotation and ETFs, Latin America, ILF. I've got some September and December call options on this. So I'm bullish Latin America.
Mi gente, mucho dinero para mi gente.
Yeah.
See,
so that's a play for you guys, you know?
Yeah, man.
Nobody thinks about buying Latin America or Latin America calls, which is why I like it.
They only think about buying the women.
Yeah.
Not the stock.
Yeah. Passport bros. Passport bros.
The passport bros, man. Them the funniest motherfuckers in the world. I saw this shit. This dude, it was on this watch page I follow, and he thought this dude, man, he brought these chicks in Colombia. Thought he was big ball. He brought these 2 chicks to the crib. Then they showed them like leaving in the morning with like all this shit. They left in the morning though, so he probably smashed, unless they drugged him. But why would you drug him and wait till the morning, right? So, but they definitely left with all this shit. And then he had to go to the police. They stole his watch. You passport bros, y'all got to be careful, man. Y'all got to be careful,
yeah,
man.
you got to be careful if you're a passport bro. If you're a high profile influencer, like somebody might pose as a follower and then just like mug you. You know, don't have your location on Instagram. A lot of things to think about.
Oh man, my girl's typing right now that shit happened this weekend in Miami.
No way.
Yeah, lots of women were stealing shit from guys. Yeah. They was probably Latina, you know. Just odds are, not that wasn't a racial thing. It was just there's a lot of Latinas here, you know.
You can really capitalize off of a man's horniness. Like,
What'd you say?
Women can capitalize off of men's horniness. They
You don't say.
Manipulate hard.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you never need the insight, if you're ever looking for some deep insight, Greg's your guy. If you ever, what other
we'll leave it
what
at
other controversial takes do you have about male-female dynamics? I'm fucking with you.
You know that's what I'm known for, right?
Yeah, I'm fucking with you. All right, we buy in Latin America the ETF. What's the name of the ETF?
ILF.
Oh,
I like shares and calls.
It's not. I thought the ETF was HOE. You
HOE. Yeah, no.
HOES calls.
Okay, HOE does not have a ticker symbol.
Going long on the HTOS, huh?
THOTS.
Oh yeah, thoughts on that. All right, I'm sorry. What's the real ticker symbol for Latin Americana Latina?
ILF.
ILF.
I like call options on it. Okay.
Like right now, you like it right now.
Yeah. I think it's okay if you give yourself a long enough expiration date. You know, it could pull back. As long as it holds this higher low trend, I think that it can build energy and then make new highs.
Okay.
That's kind of the game plan for that trade.
All
I'm
right.
still long on Google. I like Google. Google up 5.1% today.
In one day, that's crazy.
Yeah, in one day. I know, right? The market squeezed hard. I do like NBIS, Nebius Corp, for the long term. Higher risk, higher
That's the AI
reward.
data center, right?
Yep, AI data centers. So great growth stock over there. My favorite consumer staple right now is Target. My price target is 180 on that. It's at 121. Okay, that's had relative strength for a while. ITA is coming up on a dip buy. I think I might go long on this tomorrow.
Oh yeah, ITA, the defense sector. Yeah, no, it's if you look, it bounced right off its 200-day moving average.
Oh yeah.
Like yesterday, it bounced right off its 200-day moving average, and then it bounced like almost 4%.
A lot of stocks are kind of near that 200-day moving average. A lot of stocks and ETFs. So this is going to be key moving forward for the market. Does it turn that into resistance or support? And look, it hit right at the 200-day.
Yeah, and it bounced right after.
So I like that as long as it defends the 200-day moving average. Like you can use that as a stop level. And then your risk is what? 5%. Your reward is 10%, 20%, however long you're willing to hold it. You know?
Can we short Tesla?
You know, we crushed it on Tesla. Tesla shorts.
Oh yeah, we did do that. Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's going to be so correlated with the market. If the market bottoms, Tesla's going to bottom.
Yeah.
But
it has more beta.
It has more beta, 4 times the beta. And so if you're looking for a short and the market is starting to be weak, look no further than Tesla.
Good place to start, man.
Yeah. The TISM short. Round 2.
And ain't nobody gonna buy them fucking robots, man. You gonna have a fucking Tesla robot in your crib, man.
Heck no.
Yeah, and then taking pictures of every site.
Dude, that's just like, oh, let's monitor everything you do, bro. Let's walk in your room while you're having sex with your wife and know where are your guns, where's your money. They'll know the code to your safes, dude. Hell no,
fuck that shit.
I don't even like keeping my phone on, dude. I cover my thing up on my computer. I put the sticky note over the camera. You know, when I got it up, because dude, they're watching you on that shit all the time.
I remember once they showed Zuck's computer and he had the fucking
Did
shit.
you see the thing the other day? They had I think it was the Israeli prime minister and one of the other guys. You know, he had his iPhone and he had the tape over the cameras, everything, bro.
You talking about Benjamin?
I think so. Yeah. But you think they all do it because they know that they're spying on you, bro. It's crazy.
Nima, y'all spying on Benjamin or what? You can't tell. All right, my fault. I mean, put you in a precarious situation.
That is crazy.
Yeah, man. I would for sure end up shooting that robot. Like if I went to the bathroom and the robot's walking around doing some shit in the crib, I'm shooting his fucking head off. For sure.
Yeah, we got
accident. Like, I see a fucking guy doing shit in my house.
Got way too much technology.
Blowing his fucking brains out, man. Yeah. You tell Elon, I'll see him in hell. You know, like an action movie, you got to say some shit before you blow up the monster. You got to say some cool shit. You're saying,
deliver your
tell
line.
Elon to self-drive this. All right, let's keep going.
Okay. Another stock that I like long term is Pfizer, PFE. Okay,
Pfizer, man. We're gonna give Pfizer another shot.
Yeah, we're gonna give Pfizer another shot.
Yeah, man, let's give it another shot.
Yeah.
What's the ticker symbol?
PFE
what?
for Pfizer. Okay.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
PFE, Pfizer.
PFV? PFE.
Yep. Pays a nice dividend too. So I like that for the wheel and leap.
Oh, that's a good looking chart, man.
Yeah.
That's a
nice
great
relative
looking
strength.
chart.
Just starting to break out right now.
Oh shit. Good looking chart,
so
man.
That's in rotation.
They got another pandemic plan. Is that what it is? They got another one planned?
I don't know. I
hope so. That was the best year of my fucking life.
I did make a lot of money. That was my best money making.
Pandemic year 1 was amazing. I hope Pfizer wants to fucking, I mean, aside from like the death and shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, this shit was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Man, listen. Yeah. Come on, Pfizer.
There you have it.
All right, man. All right.
And if there is another pandemic and you own Pfizer, you're
and
probably
you own some Pfizer?
Yeah, you're up 200%.
Shit. You know, get yo, you know what's funny to me? Like a lot of my friends, a lot of friends. I'm not talking about you, obviously, but a lot of my friends, they were like so against the vaccine. Cool. But they're super excited to buy some fucking Chinese peptides off the internet and inject that shit. but the vaccine, hey man, I'm not putting that in my body. I don't know what it is. Oh man, we got some fucking Chinese research chemicals. They order that shit off Alibaba with the quickness. I don't know. The irony of that is not lost upon me. All right, let's keep going. We buying Pfizer.
The way they could have gotten everybody to take the vaccine is to tell everybody that it's going to make you jacked and shredded.
Oh man, I would have took two
steroids.
I'd have been microdosing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey man, I'll take your vaccine for you. Yeah, I'll take it. Give me your ID. I'll take your vaccine for you. Get the card, man. Cool. All right, let's keep going.
Speaking of like vaccines and XBI, Biotech. So biotechnology, this is on the verge of a breakout.
Oh,
so,
XBI?
Yeah, a lot of biotech stocks are in rotation. It is a riskier sector, but because of that, what comes with risk is sometimes more reward. Biotech up 7.5% today. Big breakout. I might be buying some longer term call options on this.
That's a big breakout today. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It looks even crazier on the weekly chart.
Yeah. Weekly. That's a weekly goal flag. You could see
The weekly chart looks
multiple weeks.
insane. Like that's ready to go.
Monthly chart. It
And
has
you think that's because of biotech? So what companies are in here? I wonder if like the GLP-1 companies are like everybody's making GLP-1s, right? Like the big pharmaceutical companies are making them. Like Ozempic and shit.
Really, right now they've all got patents on them.
Oh,
Yeah. So I mean, like, yeah. They pretty much. I think they've all got patents now. Like Eli Lilly, I think owns
Ozempic, right?
Tears,
Tears
and Retta, and then I think that the other company owns, the one you're talking about. But
Ozempic.
They've got patents on most of those. So now because like I said, what was happening was before the compounding pharmacies, when they were on the short list and there wasn't enough for everybody, the compounding pharmacies could make some of the GLP-1s and all that. And then once they took them off the short list, then they couldn't make them anymore. Anyone who did, was getting in big trouble.
Getting sued.
Sued, cease and desist, all that. That's why you're seeing a lot of this. And now they're cracking down on the research use only companies because, Biden, what he did was he took all of the category 1, a lot of the category 1 peptides like BPC and all those, and put them into category 2.
Oh shit!
Which made them illegal to make it the compounding pharmacies. That's what created this whole black market frenzy with all this crazy stuff. And you saw RFK the other day; he pulled, I think, 19 of them back off the category 2 into category 1.
Okay,
so now they're legal again for the pharmacies to start making. So that's a good thing because then now at least you can get them from some legitimate sources. There'll still be like a gray market, but a lot of the gray market stuff's not that bad if it's greenlit API. What's happening is like these regular pharmacies, like they have them in California and places like that, they're making quality peptides, putting them together there in Cali, basically in a FDA registered facility with like GMP, which is like a good management practices, which means it's like everything's been kind of like the FDA's come in, looked at the facility and how they process, make, clean rooms, said, hey, you're an FDA registered facility. If you sign off on this, everything looks up to spec. You can compound all this stuff, or not compound, but you can put this stuff together. So like what happens is they'll bring like the powders in from somewhere. They'll have the vials. They'll just put it together in a regular pharmaceutical setting like that. And they have, GMP, they have greenlit API, and that's still kind of a gray market because it's, those products are being sold out of clinics and places like that. And you can kind of sell them as a physician use only or a professional use only with like a prescription to a doctor because it's still a clean product. It's been tested at those pharmacies, third-party tested, has all your heavy metals like we were talking about, those tests. So it's not an actual prescription, but it's still a, kind of like they call it almost like a green lit API where it's like, that just means where the powders are coming from. It's quality, it's been tested, and it's all put together in a FDA registered facility, but it's not like a compounding pharmacy.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's it gets kind of crazy.
Yeah,
exactly. Most people don't even understand what the hell that is or what's going on. But yeah. So there's really, like your physician use only, and then your stuff from the compounding pharmacy is the only two things that I would really trust.
Gotcha.
Anything that says RUO on it or research use,
animal suits.
you can't. Yeah, you may not be able to trust it. And hell, even some of the shit at the clinics may not be able to trust it unless you like our stuff. You've got barcodes you can scan, takes you, shows you your COAs, all your testing and all that stuff, and you look up the company, like we said, Vanguard or whoever's, AccuMark. Make sure it's a reputable company that's got your testing, so you know exactly what you're putting in your body.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So we buying biotech is what I'm here, which is what I heard.
Yeah. I mean, I think the peptide business this year is going to be like a $48 billion business.
It's going to go.
So yeah, it's only growing, dude.
It's only growing.
It's only going to grow.
You can get some of this shit off Hims, right?
They're trying. I think Hims and some of these companies are trying to replicate it now.
Yeah, you can get Ozempic or a GLP, like
GLP.
A GLP off. I don't know which one it is, but you can get that off of Hims.
Yeah.
But their stock is like shit in the bed lately. Why
what Hims is?
Yeah,
I think
Hims sucking so bad.
It got a little bit overvalued. Then they had some lawsuits.
Yeah, I knew they had lawsuits. I saw they got hit because they were pushing a lot of the telemedicine, and they keep changing the telemedicine laws too.
Yeah. I used to be able to get Adderall off a doctor off the like a real doctor.
The FDA's cracked down on a lot of this shit this year, bro. They're coming in hard right now on everybody. So
yeah, because Hims, man, I can go in here and get some fucking dick pills. I can get some hair growth shit, some test boosters. What the fuck? You get all types of shit. I can looks max. I can dick max. What is it? What? Yeah. What is this shit? Ozempic. What's this? A wavy pen? I don't know if you can show my screen. Yeah, can you tell me what this shit is? Hold on.
Bro, I try not to even get into those, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't even mess with any of those. Really.
Yeah, this shit is whack, right? Yeah, fuck this shit.
Shit.
Fuck this shit. Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, a lot of these companies are just basically they're trying to get into everything. Anything they can make them money, they're getting into, which I get. But at the same time, too, it's almost like you said, you start getting lawsuits.
Yeah.
You get greedy. I mean, you start doing something that's crazy. I mean, it's just becoming nuts out there. It's like dude. Really, just the peptide game in general is becoming the wild, wild west.
Ain't it?
So they're having to try to go and rein it back in. And as you know, it's like once the cat's out of the bag, shit's hard to get put back in.
Yeah.
I mean, they've created a monster. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see where this thing goes. It's going to keep growing, but
It's going to keep growing.
what kind of regulations are they going to input? How's it going to go? Who's going to be able to get what? Things like that.
Yeah.
So
All right, Greg, you have any more? Any more?
Those are the main things I wanted to cover. I'll let you guys get to it.
Oh, hold on. I had one question, man. We shorten Lululemon or what? Is it
Let's check
time?
out
Can we
Lulu.
do it? I've been
Lulu.
asking you to short if we can short it for months now.
I said
You
you could go
haven't-
short at 202, and the stock.
Oh,
dropped
I missed it.
28.
Yeah.
it did.
You did
break
say
that-
that 202. I
10
remember that.
support. Yeah. It's one of those things where Lulu's well beneath fair value, but the trend is really down.
Trend is bad, man.
So it's one of those things where you can speculate on it, but I would just stay away.
Even when I'm in there, that shit is empty.
What,
Like
Lululemon?
Yeah. Like I don't like people ain't buying it no more, man. Like
because it's overpriced. Yeah, now it's
overpriced.
like you said. These companies like that, they're a trend. They hit for 2-3 years or a year, whatever it is, and then they're gone.
Yeah,
I feel like you got to really build a good foundation, like Nike and all these companies.
Nike, yeah.
Even you look at like Reebok. Obviously Nike and Reebok, they were head to head for a while, and Adidas. It's like, bro, I don't hear much about Adidas or Reebok anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't hear shit about Reebok.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
like some Adidas, I see people.
you see
still
some
rock
Adidas. Yeah, Adidas is still in the game, but like I said, nothing like Nike.
There's nothing like Nike.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
yeah. Like I like Lululemon shit, but I'm also a fucking rich douchebag.
yeah,
So
they make a lot of their clothes with plastics in them though too, bro.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah,
don't even
a
know
lot
what that
of the
means.
shit we wear is made with the microplastics and stuff like that.
Wait, you can't even wear the microplastic.
I mean, a lot of the Lulu, like the Lululemon
I'm not
pants.
eating it, man. I'm not putting it inside
Well,
of me.
it's worse for women. It's more so like the yoga pants and stuff. When
Yeah.
they're wearing them, obviously the girls, they go commando. That sitting in that area actually creates cancer, cervical cancer,
Oh shit!
things like that. Yeah, so I mean, because you're absorbing, that cloth anytime it's moist, you're gonna.
Wait. So they
Yeah, bro. It's just like drinking
plastic vagina
Mhm.
plastic.
Yeah, just like you're
moist.
drinking, plastic out of your water bottles.
Mm.
I mean, you gotta think.
Oh,
You're-
they drinking the plastic out of their vagina. The vagina is drinking plastic. I never thought about it
just
like that.
just like your deodorant, bro. Your
Yeah.
antiperspirants that
Mm.
causes cancer.
Mm.
Your colognes you're spraying on your skin, those are hormone disruptors. It's blocking your hormones, turning you
Mm.
into a female. I mean, everything they do is to make you sick. You need to think about this. Your filters you buy here for the condo,
Yeah.
if they're not the reusable ones you can wash, bro, they're putting viruses, all kind of shit. They're putting it on those, so when it blows out in here, they keep you more sick.
Jesus.
It crushes your immune system. Now, again, a lot of people say, "Oh, some of those things are conspiracy theories," but bro, I promise, half that shit out there.
What
is
about
real.
if you got the reverse osmosis and all that shit?
Yeah, so like my water system, I got the big tank at the
Yeah.
house. I got it makes the water soft for the showers. It pulls out all the metals. Yeah, I got reverse osmosis that I drink. Yeah, so mine pulls out all the different contaminants. I think there's
Sometimes I just be listen. I got a bunch of bottled water, but I'll still just drink some tap water. Am I killing myself?
I mean, like I said, here and there. Yeah, at night, if it's 3 a.m, I get up and thirsty and didn't bring my water upstairs. Yeah, I mean, I might drink a little bit out of the sink in the bathroom, but you're not doing it all day, every day.
I felt you judging me when I filled my water bottle up with tap. I was like, oh man, he's gonna think I'm killing myself. He's gonna think Brandon's suicidal.
I mean, it just depends on how crazy you want to go. You know, I mean, you go so crazy with the scales. It's like you think you do that on everything. But like you said, sometimes you got to pick and choose too.
You pick and choose. I pick my battles, man.
See, cancer runs in my family. My whole family, everybody's had cancer. So it's like I'm really picky about that shit, bro.
Nobody has cancer in my immediate family. There's some people off the outskirts, but they ain't get that shit from like my bloodline. And like, you know, nobody in my family can die. Like, man, these people are hard to kill. These motherfuckers that do drugs, get fat, and smoke cigarettes for like 70 years. Like, no bullshit.
Oh yeah, dude.
And nothing. Yeah. And they just die. Everyone in my family dies of old age or gun violence.
Oh yeah, my mom's mom, she died of cancer, but dude, she was like 80 years old.
Oh yeah,
crazy chain smoker. I mean, we're talking like 3 to 5 pack a day.
Yeah, some good genes.
Yeah, and she didn't get cancer until she was like 78 years old. So you're like, you know,
those are good genes.
She had good genes, bro. Yeah, she fell down her stairs at like 72 on brick steps. Didn't break her hip. Nothing, man.
That's a good genes.
She was tough. You know what I mean?
I got an uncle. Uncle Terry, man, what up, homie? He's been smoking cigarettes for like no bullshit, at least 60 years minimum. No, not 60. We'll call it 50 for sure. 50 for sure.
Long ass time.
50 years smoking cigarettes, drinking, perfect health. Doesn't work out, none of that shit. It's like that, and that's normal over here, man. So I feel like some tap water, I'll be all right.
Yeah,
if Uncle Terry can smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day for 50 years, I can drink water at the same.
Yeah, what they call that, Brandon, is toxic load. So everyone's body's different. It filters differently. Kidney function, liver function, gallbladder. You know, so like as long as your toxic load doesn't get to that tipping point, that's when you get sick. No matter what you get, you know, no matter what it is. So he was always able to somehow, even though he was chain smoking, whatever, his toxic load never got above the threshold. So he was always pretty healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Samesies. All right. Yo, hold on, motherfucker. There's a question for Greg when we get back into it. Hold on. Sorry.
What I'm learning from this, though, is optimize whatever you can, especially if it's simple. You know?
Hey, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Do whatever.
Come on, man. You got a question about a stock.
Yeah. Hang with Marquez. He donated $2. He said, call.
How much you want to bet Marquez is black? I bet everything I own can borrow or steal that Marquez. They ain't making white Marquezes. Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not making white Marquezes.
Not yet, man.
What if he's Hispanic, though, you know? Nah, he's black.
I don't think that's been appropriated yet.
I'll have to make my child
Marquez before they start making Hispanic Marquezes. Anyway, wait, go, sorry, go. Or maybe he is Hispanic. Let's see what. He's Latino.
Oh shit, bro, I caught it. Look at that.
I done lost all my money.
I do a lot of league calls through the day, bro.
On,
I know names like the back of my hand. If you're black, Hispanic,
he's
Italian,
Mexican Latino. If he was like Caribbean Latino, I could be like, oh, he's probably got some African DNA in him. But nah, not the Mexican. Damn. All right, I was wrong.
I should have bet on that one.
You should have bet on that.
We should have had like $1,000 on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking Marquez or Marquise. You throw a little extra Q in there. That's a black man's name. We're creative people. All right. Well, what's his question?
He's basically asking, should we get calls on BLBD? Looks good if you zoom out. I will say yes. The daily chart looks pretty strong. It's above the 200-day moving average. It's got a higher low trend in the short term. Weekly chart looks great. Monthly chart looks great. I would say you can go with call options. I don't know the fair value of this stock, but the latest that you could go out is October 16th, 2026. You could buy the 60 strike call for about $600. The thing is, though, is that that's a lot of premium to pay for an out of the money call option with a shorter expiration date. I think that you would be better off if you can grab at least 100 shares of this, and then you can sell monthly covered calls.
Yeah.
This shit sounds like Chinese to me.
You rich, man.
I mean, I know what he's saying, but yeah.
It would be so dope. All right. But you got to do what you did it. Hey, guys, if you want to trade with us, with Greg and I, join Victory Trades. You get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone. Plus, you can trade live with us, trade futures with us every morning. How'd y'all do? I couldn't make it this morning because I had some shit to do. But how'd y'all do this morning?
We had a really good green day. I made about 1.5K.
Can you show them? Did you guys post your wins in there?
Yeah. We also had some really cool call option trades on the SPX. We turned $150 into 500. So here's some of the results today.
Yeah, that,
We pull up. This is what it looks like in the chat.
on
So
the
here's
in the chat say,
Prezi. He made 3.3K. We're
Shout out
mostly
to
going
Prezi.
long today.
come on,
That's $3,300 cash right
Cash.
there. Alpado Cole, he made 212.
not bad.
We got Hans over here. He made 345.
Let's get it. Prezi had never traded before he started working with us. Like he was a novice. Now he's
never.
killing.
And I do also want to show some more people got like funded as well. Jelani over here, he got a payout on.
Hey, yo, I'm so happy for him, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me show. Put that on that screen.
Yeah.
I'm
Let me say
gonna text him. That's my dog. Yeah. That's what's
shout
up.
out to Jelani. He just
Yeah,
joined
man.
Victory Trades like a month or two ago.
Yeah. No, he hit me up because he's like he does a lot of the AI shit. He's like, all right, in the crew, he's the AI expert. Yeah, but he hit me up, said he needed some help with this shit. I was like, all right, get in Victory Trades.
Hell yeah. And
I think I got to jump in this shit too, bro.
Yeah, because you need to fuck with us, man. You need to fuck with
The
us.
shit I got into lost me about 30K. So yeah.
Oh,
I made a lot, but then I think I get a little greedy. And how it goes. You take a wrong trade, and I lost it all,
it
bro.
happens. It happens.
It's like going to the casino, man. It's like you're up. And then you're like, let's take one more. Nah, should have cashed out.
Yikes.
Should have cashed out.
I totally feel you.
I took one trade. I watched 35 grand in about 6 hours go all
What
over.
were you trading?
Gold and what was the other one? Just gold and Forex.
Yeah. Forex. Yeah,
It was when that big gold dip hit.
Yeah,
It was like maybe
USD.
4 or 5 months ago. Yeah, we even had some stop losses, but dude, it dropped so fast.
So when we trade in the morning, we trade futures.
Yeah,
Which is
futures
it's not as. I like it better than Forex.
Yeah,
personally.
it could be volatile.
It could be
I
volatile.
can't remember one of the guys' names, but I follow him on Instagram, and
Yeah.
he's pretty big around here. He's got like a house in Orlando, does in Miami.
Yeah,
But yeah,
there's a lot of guys.
he had been like he said he was doing this one trade to get his down payment for his SBJ, and he was up like 100K, and he stayed in too long, and then he ended up 200 negative. And he was like, damn, 3 months of work down the drain. I was like, he had to close it out at like negative 200 or something. So
It'd
it's
be
like,
like that.
but this dude makes a lot of money doing it
Yeah.
too. But it was like you said,
Dude in
just-
Atlanta, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's just what's scary about that shit.
yeah. No, it's for sure.
But like you said, if you have a strategy
Yeah,
and you follow the strategy and you don't get off play, you can make a lot of money doing it because it just builds.
that's
But
what we
yeah,
do. We
you
trade
just-
together. We all trade together. We use prop firms, and we're not even trading futures with our own money. We're using prop firms like Jelani. He just got a payout or he got funded. Jelani.
Jelani got a payout. He's got
Come
funded
on.
accounts. Oh yeah.
That's his first. I think that's his first payout ever. He was working with another
Okay.
guy whose name I won't say. He's a friend of mine. He's working. He was taking it wouldn't work until he came over and started working with us.
Yeah, like I said, when you give it, you guys, like you said, you actually have a plan,
Yeah, I mean,
a plan and a strategy, and it makes sense because then you're not just off doing dumb shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, great. I mean, you can still act crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
Well,
it's
yeah,
like-
you can, but like you said, if you do, it's like, hey, I wouldn't do
the
that.
whole crew's
And
in
it-
there.
yeah.
Like, when we're trading live, it's like the whole crew.
Yeah,
in.
like, hey, the crew's taking this
Yeah.
trade. If you want to do that one, that's
you do some other
that's-
shit.
Yeah,
And sometimes the guys will ask me, "Hey, Brandon, what do you think about hearing?" Sometimes I'll be like, or I'll be like, "Yeah, I like it. I like it."
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna
I'm gonna do the same trade. Yeah.
Or it's like, I don't know, bro.
So, like you said, if you win together, you win. If you lose together, you lose together, kind of
Yeah,
thing, a little bit. So,
Exactly, guys. If you want to join us, join Victory Trades. You got another one you want to show us?
Yeah, I just want to say before you take any trade, any investment, accept your max loss before you click the button. Before you enter the trade, accept the worst case scenario. I think that really helps you like mentally, and it helps you trade properly because you don't want to be in a position where you're up 100K and then down 200.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Because you can set break even stops. Like right over here, here's a trade. ES long, he's up 4.7K. He has a risk-free trade because he moved his stop loss.
He's moved the stop loss.
Yeah, you got to move that stop loss, and then, like you said, if it goes back down, hey, at least you're even.
At least
and
you're
you're
even.
zeroed out, but you're not losing any money.
I got a hotkey that I put on my mouse for fucking. I move it straight. Hey, break even, stop loss. Move the stop loss to break
Pretty
even.
much every time.
Yeah.
Once it goes up, you just move it to break even. That
Typically, if it goes up to a certain degree.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you want to trade with us, join Victory Trades. We'll teach you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to do it, join Victory. Links in the description. All right.
Definitely. I'll see you
I
live
think you're great.
tomorrow.
All
Peace
right.
out.
Peace. All right. Yo, we was talking about some cool. Oh.
There we go.
Some of the shit we was talking about. I want to get back into it, but I forgot what we were saying. but it was a good topic. But we was about to go.
Yeah, we were talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. So when it comes to peptides, what are like some of the biggest misconceptions about peptides?
Probably the biggest misconceptions is, a lot of people think they're dangerous. Like I said, if you have a proper sourcing, in my opinion, I don't think they're dangerous at all.
Yeah.
I think they can be a lot more benefit than they are risky. You know what I mean? Especially with all the other options are out there. Like these guys come to me in the gym all the time. Hey, bro, should I start testosterone? I'm like, dude, you're 19 years old. Why don't you do some peptides, eat some food, lift some weights? Try that first. You know,
bro,
what I mean?
I get so upset when I see teenagers getting on testosterone. It's like, oh, fuck, bro.
It's because all these kick streams and influencers and shit now that you see out there. And they're starting this shit at 18. I'm like, bro, I did that. I'll be honest with you. I did that. I started taking testosterone at 17, 18 years old. But it was the stupidest thing I could ever done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You had to take it forever, right?
Yeah. It screwed my whole body
up. That's the thing, guys. If you start that shit, you got to take it forever. Well, that's why I waited until my testosterone.
Yeah. You waited till about 38 years old?
I was 38, almost 39.
Which is around the age you need to, like we are now, you want to start doing that.
And my levels weren't crazy low. It was like 400, which is considered acceptable, but it's not.
It's
optimal.
Acceptable, but you're not. Yeah, you're a Toyota. You're not a Ferrari. You know what I mean? It's like you can get by with that, but you're not.
Now stay around 900.
You want to be 1,000.
I don't like to be higher than that. If my shit gets higher than that, it gets. Personally, I don't like.
Well, there's negative side effects at that point. Now you've got conversion of your testosterone that you can't absorb into estrogen, which will also increase your DHT, which can cause hair loss. Also, DHT, dihydrogen testosterone. You're going to get higher risk of prostate cancer, things like that. So there's higher blood pressure, increased cholesterol levels, aggression. You're going to be obviously your libido is so crazy you can't control yourself. You know what I mean? You got a girl. You're not going to keep your girl very long because she's going to. She's gonna leave your ass because you're cheating on her.
I'm saying,
she's not giving it to you 3 times a day,
bro. If you got your testosterone at fucking 2,000 or some shit, you're
an animal, bro.
Your girl can't compete with that level of crazy testosterone. Your girl can't keep up with that.
It's impossible, bro.
It's impossible. It's impossible. And one of my boys.
Well, dude, most of these guys they're not eating enough food to even justify 2,000 testosterone level. Like, okay, if you're bodybuilding, really, I could see you going to 2,000, 3,000. They're
tracking their macros.
That's what I'm saying. They're eating 5,000, 6,000 calories a day, and they're utilizing the testosterone. They're training 2-3 hours a day in the gym. They're doing cardio. They're burning off a lot of that testosterone. If you're not doing that, then what's the point?
What do you say burning off testosterone?
So it's almost like your metabolism.
Yeah.
Or think about a car. You get in your Ferrari, you hit the gas and drive normal, you floor it, you're going to burn through more gas. You're going to get less gas mileage. Same thing in normal cars. So your body works the same way. If I go to the gym and I train 1 hour, I'm going to burn a set amount of testosterone on average. If I go hit the gym for 2 hours a day and do cardio, you're going to use more testosterone. That's why they say like a leg workout is the best thing to boost natural testosterone, because you're going to burn way more calories. You're going to boost your metabolism. You're going to stimulate more production of your natural testosterone because it's going to burn through it and then it's going to stimulate more. So it's the same thing. Yeah. If you're taking exogenous testosterone, you're going to need more to get the result you want if you're training more. So it's just like recovery. You know what I mean? At that point. But like I said, there's definitely a threshold. I mean, you can reach that maximum limit, and even after that, you're just side effects.
I feel good around somewhere between 900 and 1,000. Like that seems to be the sweet spot for me. Like when I get my blood work done every
100%. In the clinic, 800 to 1,200 is like the high. 1,200 is a high end range. Like I said, we got to keep people between 7 and 1,000, and you're solid, man. Everybody feels incredible.
Feeling great.
Yeah, you feel 20 years old all the time.
Yeah,
and you don't have any negative side effects. You're not getting red in the face and keeping you up all night, bug-eyed, and like I said, just can't control your emotions. Up and down, and
so okay. Again, so who shouldn't take it again? Did you answer that question?
Testosterone?
No.
Peptides. Peptides. Who shouldn't take them?
Yeah, who shouldn't?
I mean, I really feel like they can be beneficial
for everyone.
Everyone, just certain ones. Kind of like
Okay.
we said, you
Yeah,
gotta.
'cause some of them, you said I was taking the wrong one. I didn't need
Exactly.
testosterone because I was always so.
I feel like
so
everyone can benefit from getting a true comprehensive lab panel done.
Yeah.
And then seeing where everything is, and then getting a proper recommendation on a peptide that's suited for you
Yeah.
to optimize whatever's not at 100% efficiency.
Okay. From what you know about me, I'd have to show you my blood work.
Yeah,
You
we'd
know
have
what
to
I'm
take a
saying?
look at
'Cause
that kind of
I've
stuff.
had recent blood work. I'd have to show it to you. I don't want to. I guess I could put that. Would be kind of cool if I could pull it. I didn't think about it. I'd have to find it. That would have been cool.
Here's a good example. So you're on testosterone.
Yeah.
We know some of the other peptides didn't work for you.
Mm.
Does your doctor have you doing like HCG or
No.
gonadorelin or anything like that? So
No, I take glutathione
okay.
and vitamin B.
Yeah. So
You know, just
yeah.
and-
So
Cialis. I take Cialis, but that's not because of blood work. I just been taking Cialis. Now I've been taking Cialis for like 10 years, over 10 years in a row, because I read some studies that it helps build muscle.
it does
like I
build
took
muscle. It's good for your blood pressure.
It's
I
good
mean,
for-
yeah, I take it too.
Yeah.
So, but what I was getting back to on that, the hormones.
Mm.
So testosterone actually standalone by itself still has negative side effects because you got to think you're not mimicking how your body produces it naturally.
Mm.
So think about like a V8 car.
Yeah.
You got four cylinders.
Mm.
Well, when you inject testosterone, you're turning on those 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
When your other side of the cyclic system, if you're not doing HCG, gonadorelin, or as a peptide goes, you have what's called kisspeptin. Kisspeptin stimulates your luteinizing hormone, which is going to basically make your gonads or your testicles produce more natural testosterone. So you want to keep that turned on.
Oh, they got me on this excuse me, this other thing for that. It's called
They have you on something
Peptide. I never know.
Pregnenolone.
Yeah, I think
So,
that's
so you could take like a pep, that's a pregnenolone is like a supplement usually.
Yeah.
Capsule, and yeah, it will kind of help.
They have me ejected. Maybe it's
Okay,
not
you got the-
I probably have to show you what it is.
Yeah,
I
you
always
probably
forget the
show me
name, but it's so I keep my natural.
Yeah, either way, the take home is you got two sides of the hormone
Yeah.
system. If you're doing testosterone, you want to have that natural side continue to be stimulated, or it doesn't run and it doesn't circulate, and then you get buildup of the cholesterol, because cholesterol is what actually produces all your hormones in your body.
Yeah.
It's like that starting process. Well, if you're not taking the gonadorelin or the kisspeptin or HCG, you're not running that whole side of the system, so you're going to get the high blood pressure, things like that. So you're not going to be as healthy.
It's my
and you have to take more testosterone to get that 1,000 level. Let's say, like I said, let's say you were at 400 naturally.
Mm.
If we give you a small micro dose of testosterone and we get you to, let's say, 700, but you want to be 1,000. If we're adding in the gonadorelin or the kisspeptin peptide or the HCG, you can have that natural testosterone produce that extra 300 to get you to 1,000. So then you're not taking as much synthetic testosterone, so you're going to be healthier long term. It's more
long
of a long.
term.
They call it testosterone optimization therapy versus hormone replacement. So old school is hormone replacement. Just give you your 200 milligrams of test a week,
Yeah.
and you're done.
Yeah, just
That's it.
really, yeah,
You know,
whatever. Yeah.
But that's not optimizing and matching bioidentically
Yeah.
what you made when you were, say, 25, 30.
Yeah.
So that's where there's a huge difference.
Yeah. All right. There's a question, and I think it's for you. A super chat. Okay. Donde está mi novia?
I'm right here. All right, we have Flo. Yo, doc.
Flo.
I'm on week 2 of peptide, whatever that says. Any recommendations?
Tarantula.
Terzepatide.
Peptide. All right, my fault. All right.
Any recommendations?
I just call
I'm
it T.
taking
It's
for
easier, yeah.
Fat loss. Currently 220 pounds. This is my first time using peptides.
So, I mean, if you're getting obviously your weight loss medications through your doctor, follow what they tell you to do.
You want to give your mic a little closer.
Just follow what they tell you to do on your medication.
Yeah.
But I mean, my thing is nobody nowadays pairs that with like what Brandon's doing. Track your macros.
Track your macros.
Make sure you're eating clean foods. So for me, if you wanted something quickly, recommendation, dude, whole foods. Fruits and berries that are low sugar, you know.
Berries are the best. That's the only fruit I really eat.
I love
Like
blueberries,
keto.
raspberries, strawberries. Those are
I-
like my top 3.
I
bro.
eat those every day.
every day.
Every
And
day,
then
yeah.
sweet potatoes, jasmine rice. They're a little lower on the glycemic index for your carbohydrates. And then obviously, you know, your red meat like steak. The ground beef, don't do that. Go with a bison because you know it's grass fed. Bison don't eat all the bone meal bullshit. So if you do a bison, you know you're getting good, healthy red meat or a steak. Hard to fake a steak.
A lot of steak.
And then, like I said, throw some chicken and turkey in there. But, you know, that's what I would do. Stick with your whole foods, and you're going to lose a lot of weight doing
macros. Take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 10, get that many calories plus 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You know, you'll be in good shape.
Boom. But there you go. Talking to King Keto, he knows his shit.
But if he does all that shit with this speed, with this expedited, let's say he does do all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, if he's doing the medication alone versus putting that with it and exercise, it's going to be exponential, the results. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I think a lot of these studies will say some of these weight loss drugs, you can lose anywhere from like 10 to like 25% body fat over a set period of time. Well, I think you could turn that up to 50% if you're tracking your macros, you're doing weights plus cardio. They'd have studies showing weights and cardio is like 40% more effective than just weights or cardio alone.
Even with Ozempic, right?
Well, even we're just talking about just like, let's just say you took a normal guy, never done anything. We don't put him anything. Yeah. We just have him do cardio alone. Yeah. Cardio. Or we have him do weights alone. When you combine the two, you get 40% more fat burning effects when you have both together. Yeah. And that's with no drugs or anything.
Bro, there's a study. A study I always pull up. Fuck it. I'm not going to do it right now. But Duke University they didn't tell people. They didn't give them no workout plan, no diet plan. All they said was track your calories. They didn't even tell them to be in a caloric deficit. They said just track your calories. And people naturally started eating less. On average, they lost 5 pounds.
Because they were more conscientious of what they were eating. They said, oh, shit, I need to eat less. I'm eating too much
without even a real diet.
Yeah.
So imagine if you had a real plan.
You had that one guy, they did the study on him, and I think he ate McDonald's only for like 3 months, bro. 2,000 calories, McDonald's a day, 3 meals.
He lost fat.
He lost like, I think he was 45 pounds altogether in weight. And he lost body fat. Yeah. And he put on a little bit of muscle, even with McDonald's. And it's fake ass food, bro. You know so it just tells you if you track your macros, and you're in a deficit, you're going to lose weight, drugs or no drugs, peptides or no peptides.
Let's say this guy doesn't track his macros. Would the fuck? Would a medication still work?
Here's what I'll tell you. My father always taught me you can always out eat your cardio. You can always out eat anything.
Your dad was a bodybuilder?
No, he was actually a gymnast.
Oh, okay.
But dude, he has a 20, he had like a 26-inch waist, 20-inch biceps. I mean, he was a beast. He was a beast.
Shape, bro.
But
male gymnasts are in fucking incredible shape.
Iron crosses and all that crazy shit. You know, handstand, walking on his hands. So he was a beast.
Got to tell me,
But yeah, so I mean, with the medication, it's going to suppress his appetite, obviously. So he's probably not going to eat as much.
Probably going to be.
The problem is if he doesn't change his lifestyle while he's on this medication or drug, no matter what it is, when he finally does come off of it, and you'll have to come off of it, he's going to rebound 3x and get fatter than he was because he didn't during that time. He had no appetite and learned to eat healthier, create new healthy habits, put a structure in his life and get disciplined with that. And if you do that while you don't have the appetite as much, when the appetite does come back though, his brain is already so set into eat this at this time all day, do this, go to the gym. That'll continue. And he'll go, oh, I'm not even I didn't even realize I'm not even craving the foods when I come off of the drug because I'm just so set in stone on the habits now. He'll be a little hungry, but he's not just going to rebound 3x. So
he says he's on keto right now. So that's keto. That's going to help us. That's going to decrease his hunger even more.
Yeah. Just be careful with the seed oils. Most of these guys don't know this. All the seed oils create type 2 diabetes. They create insulin resistance. So, if you can do anything, I tell people, hey, cook a little bit of the avocado oil. Chosen Foods has one in the glass bottles. They're much healthier. They're not plastic.
Cook it in the butter, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, ghee butter is going to be your best, bro. I love ghee butter. It's real.
Olive oil? Is olive oil cool?
Nah.
What?
They tested all the olive oils. I think it was like 95% of them were mixed with, vegetable oils, polyunsaturated fats. They were all horrible for you.
Oh, my girl says we use avocado oil. I ain't even know that.
Yeah, the only one I use on anything, salads, whatever, if I do eat one, avocado oil from Chosen Foods, the only brand I'll use. That's the one they tested that was safe.
I ain't even know she was already on it, man.
Yep. So yeah, guys. Yeah. But I just try to stay away from the seed oils in general. When I go to restaurants, hey, I don't want any oil on my food. If you have butter and it's real butter, you can put like some butter on there, but that's it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it makes it taste better. Dude, butter tastes way better.
Butter is
oils
delicious.
anyway. Yeah.
Butter is delicious.
Amazing. Bro, truffle butter. If you had that shit on a steak.
I know what's up. You ain't got to tell me, man.
Yeah, bro.
You got to tell me. I go to we got to go to Mastro's, man. You know, it's my favorite
Mastro's good. Dude, even Moxie's, dude. Go get the filet, 9 ounce. Tell them the truffle butter. Get the jasmine rice.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yo. All right. I'm with it. Yeah.
We
you're saying we do got the truffle oil.
Yeah.
I ordered that from that company. You get the truffle oil. I got the truffle.
Because even like you said, the truffle oil, some of them, they do come in the glass containers.
Yeah.
There's like 2 brands, and those are fairly healthy. They're better than all the bullshit you're getting at the Walmart, Publix. But Chosen Foods is safe for sure. They did the studies.
Chosen
27
Foods.
of them.
All right, cool. What's the best like anti-aging?
So in my opinion,
peptides. Yeah.
The best anti-aging is that tri-stack I told you about.
Okay.
That I like. The Motzi Epithalon is really good. And then you can put, really, if we try to choose one, dude, honestly, the BPC TB blend all day. Wolverine stack all day is my favorite.
What's the Wolverine stack? Explain to me what those compounds are.
So it's the BPC 157 and the TB 500 mixed together.
Okay. What's the difference between those two? Like,
the BPC 157 is more so it targets the inflammation. So like, let's say you had a cut on your arm, obviously it's going to get red, irritated, swell up, inflammation, or, if you broke your leg, things like that. So it's going to target the inflammation, things like that. The TB is going to add what actually kind of comes in, if you think about it that way, like your little soldiers, and they're going to kind of clean everything up, clean all the bad debris out, and they're going to actually heal up and start putting everything back together. Like if it's a tear or a cut, it'll start helping the skin heal. It'll heal up ligaments and tendons and cartilage, things like that. Yeah.
So injuries, like, because let's say somebody had like an injury and they're thinking about getting stem cells, right? Could this be a cheaper alternative?
Yeah. Or what we do is we couple the BPC TB after the stem cells for usually 8 weeks. But yeah, a lot of the time, if it's an injury like meniscus in the knee, rotator cuff in the shoulder, if it's not fully torn in half, if it's like a stage 2, because you got 1, 2, and 3 stages. If it's stage 2, it is separated and like torn like this, but not fully apart. You can use BPC TB and heal it back up 100% without surgery. They got studies on that all day. PubMed, NCBI, just go type it in. It'll pull a ton of them up.
And how does that help with anti-aging? I know it helps with injuries, but like, how does it help? Like
the gut health, the cortisol levels, which is going to help you with sleep. Because people don't realize there's more nerves in your gut than the entire rest of your body, even your brain. And that's what controls your entire body. So if you got good gut health, that's where you're going to keep your immune system good. So that's huge for anti-aging.
Got it.
And then next, I would say, that GHK Epithalon Motzi blend.
Yeah,
that's a custom blend. It's
that's when you're blend. Yeah.
Right now, what's raging is the glow and the clo, and you hear all that shit. So it's like,
what do you mean? What's the okay?
The glow is like GHK and the BPC TB. Clo is, I think, the KPV.
Yeah.
Which KPV is similar to like a BPC. KPV targets more. It's more gut oriented. It's more for people who have like autoimmune diseases, lots of inflammation in the gut. So they do the KPV mix with the BPC TB, and that's like an end all be all for people.
Got it.
So it's a really, really good one too. So yeah, they're big time anti-aging. So those are like 3 different styles that are similar, but yeah, those would be huge for anti-aging. In my opinion, I like those the best.
I like Neiman. What's the best looks maxing peptides?
All right.
Let's say a guy, he's trying to looks max. He's trying to be as pretty as possible. Guy or girl. Like,
looks max.
What are the peptides that person should be taking?
The one that didn't work for you, the GHK, you hammer that out big time.
Well, how's that going to work out for you?
Dude, for me, like when I take the GHK, if like, let's say I had some skin blemishes, some scarring, it'll actually help kind of blend the skin there. It gives the skin a nice glow, actually. It can tighten the skin. Elasticity gets better. So yeah, that one, really that one's all the rage right now. All these looks maxers are
even
going crazy.
I've seen girls talking about it, like women talking about it's good for your hair as well too. Right?
Exactly. Good for the hair. There's so many benefits on the GHK. That's why I sell that GHK that tri blend because
You
it
have
goes
3 of them.
crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so GHK, and then I know there's one
Because I like the Epithalon because look at it.
Tell me about the Epithalon.
It'll reverse the aging on how you look. Because
collagen or
but it's like you said, it's targeting more on the DNA, mRNA, and all that bullshit. You know, if you got real scientific, where it's actually re-lengthening the telomeres. So you know, you're going to have a full effect, internal and external, on aging. Versus just like whereas GHK, yeah, it can help internally some, but like I said, it's definitely more of these looks maxing ones where when you combine, like in my opinion, GHK, Epithalon, and a MOTS-C, it's like, dude, you're hitting it on the cellular level.
What's a MOTS-C now?
The MOTS-C.
The MOTS-C.
MOTS, like that.
Yeah, what does that one do?
So I think we kind of breezed over it, but yeah, it's more so what it does is it helps you replicate your mitochondria.
Okay.
So at a very base cellular level. Yeah, exactly. It's going to replicate the mitochondria, which makes more ATP production, which is going to give you hella energy. And then 2, it's going to be very regenerative for your entire body. So it's going to kick you back to those younger years. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to relaunch some of my stuff, but yeah, the Clow's awesome. But here pretty soon, we're going to hit up my little tri blend that I just told everybody about, that no one's really selling it as a combo because they say, oh, don't mix them. They, you know, they make them ineffective. In my opinion, too, some of that is bullshit. So there's certain ones you don't want to mix, like IGF-1. The pH on that is like 4. So it's more acidic. So you don't want to mix that with BPC because BPC, you're mixing it with a bacteriostatic water that might be a pH of 7, which is a little more neutral. So when you put those together, of course, you're going to kind of have a bad reaction. If you draw them up together, you might see where the syringe gets kind of cloudy and murky because you're combining 2 different pH levels. But if you keep peptides in those categories, if you know which ones are which and you keep them and you mix them together the right way, they won't render themselves kind of ineffective. And then some of the guys say, oh, well, you need to take them all 15, 20 minutes apart because, again, when you inject them, they're short chain amino acids. They get broken down. They're signaling. So they go and signal processes within the body to become active and create, say, more growth hormone production or, you know, whatever enzymes with BPC you're producing in the gut to heal the gut, causing, you know, helping with, say, leaky gut syndrome. So those are all cascade effects. So they're saying if you mix them together and you take them all at once, well, the body doesn't know what to do. But again, it's almost like just pairing a nice outfit together, bro. It's like you go in your closet, you're like, well, man, if I wear my black and silver Richard Mille today with my black dress shirt, and I got my white slacks on, bro, those all flow together. Now, you're not going to go put on some orange pants with your red jacket. That shit's like, no, that's not right. That's not in the same color scheme, wheelhouse. So it's the same thing with the peptides. You know, that's a shitty, in my opinion, analogy, but at the same time, it makes sense to the regular people. You don't want to mix certain ones.
Okay. Well, what we got those 3. I saw one that is like makes people's skin darker, like almost like they got a tan. I saw this one dude, he was white. This white kid, he was injecting
MT1, MT2s, the melanotan.
This kid was looking like a slave.
I've taken that before, bro, and been as dark as the mic. Yeah.
My man looked like Amistad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It happens quick too, dude. Yeah. Super quick. Yeah.
Okay, so which one is that?
So they got melanotan 1, melanotan 2. Most of the ones people sell now are MT2 because it's much faster and more effective.
And that it gives you a tan. It makes you darker.
Well, the MT2 does multiple things. So MT2 actually is a huge libido enhancer too. So it acts like a Cialis or a Viagra. But then also it produces a lot more melanin, which is what tans your skin.
It makes you melanin.
So it's almost like, you know, you're a light skin, like you said, black guy. You just produce and have more melanin. Yeah. So like, let's say I'm a white guy and I'm kind of tan now, but if I don't get in the sun for 3 months, I lighten up. Same with you. Your body just doesn't have as much melanin at that time. So sometimes too, when you get out in the sun, your body, the UV rays hit you. Sometimes you burn if you stay too long, but once you get exposed to the sun, your body's going to kick on and go, oh, hey, we need to make more melanin so it's UV protective so we don't get sunburnt. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. So let's say every time I'm on vacation, it seems like the white people forget that they're allergic to sun and they like end up looking like lobsters. Like,
because they don't have any melanin, bro.
Yeah. So could they take this before vacation to prevent sunburn? If you're like a white person.
Yeah, they could take it. And even like sitting here, if I take it and I stayed in the condo for the next week, but I took a shot every day, my body would start making a lot more melanin like I was out in the sun. And then when I do go out in the sun, it would be protective and I'm already darker because that's where you're getting the dark color. It's just more melanin production. That's all it is. Melanin is just what, think about taking like a black Sharpie and just putting dots all over you. That's your melanin. The more you dot yourself, eventually your whole arm's black covered in marker, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing. Your body starts making more melanin, and that's what tans.
If I was a white, I would do that before every vacation because that shit looked like it hurt. Me and my girl, we was in Mexico at this resort, and I was like, yo, do they not know they can't go be in something like this?
Oh, dude,
like,
they get as red as your damn jacket.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, but if they take this, they won't burn. Like, yo, they should do that. You should inject. Listen, whites. I'm not a doctor, but if I was you, I would inject this stuff.
Whites.
I would inject this stuff before I went on vacation. Inject it into your kids before they get so your kids don't burn.
There's the issue. People don't want to inject something.
They don't want to inject. You don't want to inject Chinese research chemicals in your kids.
Yeah, they're not that gung ho. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Tan. They're not looks.
That's
maxing.
not medical advice.
Yeah. Make sure you say that before. You got some dad injecting his 5-year-old kid with MT2, and you get a call, and you
this
get
motherfucker look like a raisin.
Yeah.
This motherfucker look,
You got 5 lawsuits sitting on the counter.
The white kid. Okay.
Yeah, guys, all this is for educational purposes.
Educational purposes. Don't do that.
This is stuff that I personally have done, but we are not recommending it for anyone.
Matter of fact, don't do it. If you're a YouTube moderator, I'm telling them not to do it. All right. What else could someone not take? No, I'm sorry. What else could someone take for looks maxing? Are there any other ones? Is there anything that produces collagen or gets rid of wrinkles?
I mean, all the growth hormone secretagogues are going to do that. So
really?
From Samorelin, Tesamorelin, CJC, Ipamorelin, all those, even IGF-1,
really
are going to still upregulate your growth hormone. So all those are going to produce better sleep, more collagen production. Hair, skin, and nails is going to get more firm. I mean, everything. So
because like women they'll stab their face, microneedling, like stab their face a bunch of times with little needles, and to produce collagen. But could they take a peptide instead to have a similar result?
Exactly. Yeah.
Would it be really similar results?
A lot of the women that don't want muscle building and a bunch of fat burning, the CJC Ipamorelin is a great option for them. Yeah, I mean, men too. I've seen a lot of fat loss off of it, but yeah,
really,
in general,
the Ipamorelin.
Yeah, and then if you're doing the Tesamorelin, normally when you pair Ipamorelin paired with the CJC or the Tesamorelin, you get much more synergistic effects. So that's why we have like the CJC with the Ipamorelin or the Tesamorelin with the Ipamorelin. Works really, really well.
All right, so we about to get out of here in a second. Before
I think they're peptide oriented now.
Yeah.
If they did know about them, they know everything they need to know.
If you were me, and you were like, if you were me, Big Brandon Carter, and you wanted to get, wait a minute, there's a question. All right, let me answer this question real quick. This is a super chat. I ain't see it. My fault. I think he asked his man early too.
Oh, what?
We have Marcus. What pre-workout do you take to stay caffeinated?
Lately, I've been taking Bucked Up. They have one called Woke AF, but I'm friends with those guys. These guys out in Utah.
That's a good one. I used to take that one all the time.
Yeah, I know those guys. So
but
I'm biased.
Yeah. You just gotta be careful with the caffeine, man. I'll be honest, I don't do caffeine at all anymore.
Oh man, me and you are not the same.
No, you know what I do?
What do you do?
Here's the hack that's healthier. Because here's the thing. Most everything like that's stimulatory is going to constrict the blood vessels, which when you go in the gym, if you want to put muscle on, that's counterintuitive,
you
right?
Stack it with that's why you got to stack it with the Cialis, man.
yeah, I do that 100%. Yeah. But what I've been on kick lately, now again, there's a lot of studies, like you said, smoking, vaping, all the nicotine. They've made nicotine seem kind of bad, but if you have nicotine standalone, it's actually good for you. Bunch of benefits for dementia, cognitive abilities. So what I do is I get the it's called Lucy. It's a brand name. It's a gum. Nicotine gum, but it doesn't taste like shit. It's not like Nicorette at Walmart. This stuff actually have flavors. I got like the purple one. I don't know what flavor. It's pretty good.
And that's like stimulant.
It's like a 4 milligram. Yeah. I'll pop that in on the way to the gym, chew that. By the time I get to the gym, I'm ready to rock and roll. But to me, it doesn't keep me up all night like the caffeine. If I take 200-300 milligrams of caffeine, dude, even at 12 o'clock, bro, you can forget going to sleep. I'm crunching shit on my computer the next 3 days.
We're a little different in that regard.
Yeah.
I could probably do a line of coke and go to sleep if I wanted.
And you know why? your adrenal gland is fucking shot. That's why. You need cortisol support. Yeah, your adrenals are toast. Because I'll tell you, I can take 100 milligrams of caffeine and I'm geeked out of my mind for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, man.
So your adrenals are toast.
I've been abusing caffeine since I was high school.
Dude, everybody does. That's probably one of the number one drugs. You know,
it's not probably. It's 100%. It's number one consumed drug
100%
on Earth. You know. Yeah.
I feel like alcohol and caffeine are probably
beats alcohol because
does,
but this is like by a long shot.
Oh,
you know
my buddy drinks like eight
Yeah.
energy drinks a day. I'm like, 8? I'm like, how much caffeine's each one? Oh, they're like the bucked up or monsters. I'm like, there's 300. I'm like, you're taking 2,400 milligrams of caffeine in a fucking day.
You know,
your heart hasn't exploded.
You know, when you live over here, you have been in Starbucks over here. You know what I'm saying? By the world,
they're like, can I get a quadruple shot espresso? I'm like,
or you like me, man. I'm like, yo, listen. Here's what I want. I want you to give me an iced coffee with 4 shots of espresso in the protein foam. All right, and a little bit of heavy cream.
Yeah, that shit tastes good though.
That shit tastes
Bro, I'll
good.
tell you, I love the way coffee tastes, but I have to get the decaf, dude. I can't do it.
We're just on different levels. Man, everyone's different. All right. One more question.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's my question. If you were me, and you wanted to get me, and you wanted to get ready for the summer, me, Brandon Carter, King Keto. What peptides would you take? Remember, I ain't noticed nothing on testosterone. GHK broke me out, and I ain't noticed the IGF-1 at all either. What would you have me take?
It's a tough question because, like I said, I mean, you almost didn't respond. But yeah, I think just going off that, not seeing blood work, not having any kind of intake paperwork, anything to go on, just us as friends. I think the Samorlin would work really well for you because it's an overall, it's like the most well-rounded peptide out there. It's got a lot of research, been out for a long time. There's not really negative side effects. It's going to boost the metabolism. It's going to make you a little bit hungrier, not too much, but just it's going to increase it where you're like, oh, I want to eat a little more blueberries today.
Yo, because sometimes I'm not hungry. I just eat, I'm not hungry. Yeah.
So that's going to boost the metabolism a little bit more. So it's going to burn more body fat, but it's going to make you want to eat more.
Nice.
And then, you said you didn't have any effect from even the IGF.
Yeah.
Did you do the CJC Epimorlin ever?
I don't even know what that is.
That's what I'm saying. I think those two, I would put you on the Samorlin, and the CJC Epimorlin would be my personal recommendation. Since we know some of the other ones that you got from your other doctors didn't work, I think from my experience, that would work the best. I think you would see some good results from those.
And what about the BP?
And then, obviously, BPC.
Just for longevity.
Yeah, longevity, the gut health.
That's not for body. That's not for performance.
Well, it still would be because you got to think, you take so much caffeine and your adrenal glands burn out and you're vasoconstricted all the time in your vessels. You would put on a little more muscle even just doing the BPC because it's going to help that adrenal gland and sleep and recovery.
The Cialis vasodilates.
It does.
It's
but think if you could get 20 to 30% more dilation you're getting now, bro. You know what I mean? Even better. I mean, it's kind of like going to the bedroom. It's like if you ask any guy, hey, bro.
BPC will do it. I'm not. Listen, I'm not. That's a bridge too far for me to stop caffeine.
Well, no. What I'm saying is don't stop caffeine.
Yeah. Okay.
Like all these looks maxers and guys do, bro. Keep taking your caffeine. Just throw in the BPC on top of it to get that 20-30% is what I mean. Yeah. Kind of like, you see what I'm saying? So you can still use that and supplement it. Yeah, I'm not by any means just saying you got to stop caffeine because, bro, you're not going to do that. No. We've tried that in our clinic. We'll tell guys, I'm like, look, I understand you're not going to quit smoking. You're not going to quit vaping. Look, let's just build around that and make you as healthy as we can and keep 1 or 2 vices. Because I'm not going to get rid of all my vices. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no way possible. I've got certain things I do I'll never get rid of. Yeah. It just, it's built into me.
I don't do recreational drugs. I don't drink alcohol. But I love caffeine and nicotine.
Yeah. And I saw in here a couple of these guys were asking like how to find me. I saw one. And I saw one guy said, or maybe it was a girl, but I just saw something about cancer treatment and things like that. So, but yeah, we, at our clinic, we are in Alabama. We do some telemedicine, but yeah, I mean, we treat
some telemedicine so they can hit you up.
Exactly. So we treat autoimmune, we treat cancer, we do stem cells. But guys, we have people that fly from California to come see us to do stem cells because you can fly in, you can get your treatment the next day, fly back home. Cancer treatments, you can do different things. We do telemedicine. We can ship medications directly to your front door depending on what your program is after lab work. So yeah, you can be anywhere in the U.S. We can send you our Quest kit. You can actually draw labs at a Quest location closest to you. And then literally, we'll call you. We go over everything via telemedicine, Zoom meetings, etc. Our doctors will tell you exactly what you need. You get started. Everything comes from the compounding pharmacies right to your door.
Fantastic.
And it's going to be one of our websites is vitalforceal.com. I think he'll put up my Instagram handle.
So the Dr. Ross's Instagram and A link tree is actually in the description, so you can
Exactly.
check it out.
You
Yeah,
put
you
the
just-
link tree in there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just click my link tree. The bottom one, I think, is my my website that goes right
Yeah.
to my clinic, and we're actually opening another clinic in 3 more weeks too.
Hey.
Yep. So it's going to be, we're renaming it though. I'm rebranding. So we're Vital Force now. It's going to be also going to Vital Med. So it's a little bit more medical
Mhm.
oriented, but it's still holistic. But I think
Yeah.
a lot more people, the branding is going to be a lot cooler.
Yeah.
I got a new logo. It's going to be badass. I'm excited.
I like it, man. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother.
Oh yeah. Anytime, man. I hope everybody learned a lot, you know.
I learned a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come see us at the clinic.
Yo,
Take care of you.
we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you on Thursday.